Hey, what's up, traders? This is the watch list video for, let me get this right, Wednesday, March 2nd. The SPY kind of starting to roll over a little bit today. I'll show you 5-minute candles. It's pretty much weak all day. Did find a couple nice ideas in chat. I'm going to give a shout out to Matt D in chat who noticed this setup on FUV. And about looked like this when he called it. The earlier high on FUV, I'm showing you 5-minute candles, 654. He called a second mouse through 650, which would trigger right here. And there's a trigger and a really, really nice move. Great heads up. Love the second mouse play. And FUV actually needs to be watched tomorrow because it's pretty strong. SKYH, I called this one. And I got a screenshot to show you what exactly I called. I wrote, and that's a screenshot from what I wrote in chat. Second mouse, 1450 idea with high of day. Then hole number 15 above, and then a recent chart high stacked above that at 1593. With that, all that mouthful in mind, looked about like that when I called it, right? So you had the early pop to 1450, came back down, went through it, and then tried to, it basically touched it again, and then formed this little afternoon cup and handle, and I already knew what the daily looked like. So I thought 1450, we might take out the high, then 15, and then that recent high. And it almost did. It took out the high, took out 15, and it went to 1560, and I'll show you the daily again. The most recent high was 1593. That's the one of the catalysts didn't get hit that I pointed out. That was kind of a neat little afternoon trade. So there's a couple highlights from the room. What are we watching for tomorrow? CTIC, big breakout, big volume, and a fairly strong close. We'll see if it gives a follow-through setup. DWAC is charting a little bit higher, it seems like every day. We're going to keep that one on long watch. CYRN had this big pop, secondary pop, and kind of started flagging. It really closed the day strong. So I want to keep our eyes on that one. Lower float one there. USER, relatively new issue, just sold off since it went public. Finally put in kind of a lower high. Sold off, put in a higher low, and today, second biggest volume day that it's ever had, and a pretty strong close. Maybe a second mouse through 11 tomorrow or something along those lines. We'll certainly have that one on a chart. FUV, I already talked about that one, very strong recently. We're going to keep our eyes on that. We're also going to watch this one, but it is extended. That's SKYH. BLDP had the big pop yesterday. Quiet inside day today. Looking for a potential third day play there. TDOC, which is Teladoc, gapped up on good news yesterday, sold off a bit. A more narrow range today and lower volume. I'm just going to throw that on bounce watch. Looking for an afternoon high of day break, which we did not get yesterday or today. That's TDOC. IRNT ran the other day when CYRN that I just showed you ran. So you got this 2-day pop and a pullback now for a couple days. Putting that one on bounce watch, especially if CYRN is strong tomorrow. And then I've got 4 potential gap plays to watch. JWN, which in after hours right now is trading at 2640, all the way somewhere about where my cursor is there. So we're going to watch that one for potential gap play setup. SOFI is trading at 1335 right now. So all the way right about where my cursor is. Nice gap up on earnings. Playboy, PLBY, which closed at 1462. As I'm talking, is trading at 1640 in after hours. That's another potential gapper. And lastly, I'm going to throw Ross Stores, ROST, which is trading at 97.51 right now. So there's 4 potential gappers. We'll find some other gappers in the pre-market to add to this list. Should be plenty to trade. And I'll see you folks in the chat room in the morning.